Hello and welcome to Popcorn Dreams. If you are looking for a quick spoiler-free review, then you have come to the right place. And today we are watching A Promising Young Woman.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
It was directed by Emerald Fennell, who has not directed a major motion picture before. She's written some TV stuff, and apparently she's Camilla Parker Bowles in The Crown. But I don't watch that. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
How old am I? What are my hobbies? What's my name? Sorry, maybe that one's too hard.
It's about a young woman traumatized by a tragic event in her past seeks out revenge. I mean, let's be blunt, it's a rape revenge movie. But interestingly, the woman getting revenge is not the one that was raped.
I'm so sorry I didn't go with her. You gotta let it go.
It stars Carey Mulligan, who's done loads of British TV and a few film roles, and was in Drive, which is one of my favourite movies. Oh, and she was in The Great Gatsby as well. Also, Alison Brie is in it in what is essentially a cameo, but she's obviously well known for lots and lots of things, but mainly I think she got famous for her role in Community. And finally there's Bo Burnham, who I think is probably less well known to audiences, but he's done quite a lot of TV work.
You are so pretty. I am a nice guy.
Are you?
Are they any good? Yes. Yes, they are. They're all excellent. They're all fantastic. They are very keyed into the roles that they have to play. Clearly the director, being an actress, has a lot of understanding for what actors have to go through and the way they have to prepare themselves for the different things that they do. And very clearly, she's got some great performances out of all of them, especially Carey Mulligan, who is just... Her role could be very cartoonish, could be very over the top, could sort of cheapen the whole thing, but she's believable. She's wonderful, actually. I really like her performance in this.
What are you doing?
It's okay, you're silent.
What are you doing? Hey, I said, what are you doing?
So the film is split up into three distinct parts. The first one is really introducing us to Carey Mulligan's character. From what we see there, she is very clearly damaged, but also very likeable. And almost exactly a third of the way into the movie, we meet Alison Brie's character, who is called Madison, and that scene really kickstarts the story and progresses from what is quite an interesting character study for this very broken but kind of lovable girl. I think in real life she would be very hard to communicate with in any way. She'd be very hard to bond with. But in a movie where we're the third person watching what's going on, you can see elements in her that you can like. So the middle section, again, is very well defined. That time is spent exploring her life choices and exploring sort of the deeper themes of the movie generally. But by the time the third act comes, we are willing her on, and she is very focused in what she has decided to do and what she wants to achieve. In fact, in one point, it looked like it was going to be quite a straightforward film for the last third. I was a little bit worried that perhaps some of the cleverness that they'd shown in the script early on was going to be lost to just a straightforward revenge story, but actually the ending is a bit more interesting than that. One of the things that they say throughout is, they were just kids.
We were kids!
If I hear that one more time.
The way they play with the ending, at first I felt like perhaps they were just playing around with the audience just to, subvert expectations, just to change things because they knew what we were expecting. But the more I think about it, the more I realise actually that the way they do the ending truly addresses the whole, were they just kids? Are they different now? Does that change anything about what they did? And I like that. Now, the story-wise, the ending, some parts could be seen a little bit of a stretch, but for the movie and for what it's talking about and what it's doing, it actually works really well. And I actually really liked it. Even though I wasn't sure when I first finished watching it, thinking about it later, yeah, it's good.
What are you gonna do?
Would I recommend it? Well, I will say that it is genuinely uncomfortable viewing in a few scenes. It is pitch black humour. It's very, very dark. But in the end, the reason that I would recommend it is because a film like this could feel very preachy, or it could feel very cheap. So if you look at sort of bad horror movies from the sort of 70s and 80s, a lot of them will use a rape revenge storyline just for the gratuity of it, just to get some nudity into the film, just to get cheap emotion from the audience, just to, make it more shocking. But a lot of those films were directed and written by men. This film being directed and written by a woman, it changes the whole thing. But again, when you've got a film where you feel like they're trying to make a point, it really runs the risk of being preachy. A few months ago, I reviewed Rogue, and it always felt like they were preaching to us about animal cruelty. And it just didn't work at all. This film really works, and the reason is because it doesn't need to be preachy, because the characters feel real. They feel genuine. And because of that, the situation then feels more plausible, it feels more real. And then because of that, it makes you ask questions about your viewpoints, it makes you ask questions about the things that it talks about, it makes you stop and think, without feeling like you're sat in your headmaster's office being preached about responsibility or being told off about something when you were a kid. I genuinely felt empathy. She's a great character, really well played. And the film is very good because of that. I really like this film.
I wanted to be a doctor my whole life. Lately, I've been feeling like I might want to get back into it.
So thanks for watching this review. If you enjoyed what you see and you want to see some more, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I will see you next time on Popcorn Dreams.